Hey guys, sorry this is going up so late. I had some technical difficulties and completely meant to get this PowerPoint YouTube video up way earlier. Today we're going to learn about the Chinese philosophies. Between 500 BC and 200 BC, Chinese thinkers developed three major philosophies. A philosophy is the study of basic ideas of society, education, right and wrong. You can see from this picture over here, we have questions as, I think, therefore I am, what is reality, what's the meaning of life, is truth relative? Please note, this is not a religion, this is a way of thinking. You can be religious and have your own philosophies. You could only follow philosophies and you can be more of a religious person. They're not in place of one another, they can coincide. Let's start with Confucianism though. Confucianism is based on the teachings of Confucius. Okay, that makes sense. He criticized the misrule of the kings. He felt the kings weren't doing their job well and that they were hurting others. We're going to learn all about some of the awful things and some of the wonderful things the different kings did in a few more days. He also said people should follow the beliefs of their ancestors. He suggested that people behave modestly, keep promises, honor traditions, respect the elderly, and seek knowledge. A central idea going through Confucianism is the idea of duty. A person places the need of family community above themselves, and he said this was the highest calling. So my picture, respect the elderly, hey young people. Confucius said that everyone had a duty based on their age and title. Parents must love their children. Children, in return, must respect their parents. Husbands must support their wives. Wives must obey their husbands, A ruler must rule justly and set an example of right living. So a ruler must do all of these things. He has to be kind to his children. He must respect his parents. He must love his wife. There weren't any women rulers at this time. Citizens must be loyal and obey the law. So if you have a ruler who is good and kind and sets a good example, as a citizen, you have to be loyal and obey the law. There is a statue of Confucius. Another idea he's credited with is the concept of civil service. Government should be open to everyone. In the olden days, if you were a king or a lord of a land, you might appoint your friends to run parts of government, whether or not they were any good at it. Confucius had the idea that you have to be qualified to actually do your job, and that anyone should be allowed to if they are qualified. And this started the idea of the civil service test. You take a test to get in. This concept is seen all over the United States. If to be a teacher, I had to take a test. If you're a police officer, you need to take a test. Firefighters, nurses. Even when I worked at Firehouse Subs when I was in high school, I had to take a test for that. So sorry guys, testing doesn't end when you leave high school, or even middle school. This shaped Chinese society and government until the 1900s AD. So this thinking that we had in 250 BC followed us all the way till about 100 years ago. The second one we're looking at is Daoism. This promoted a peaceful society. Dao translates to the way or the path, and began with the idea of, and I'm going to mispronounce this, I know, Loza. Daoism basically said live a good life. Live simply. No worldly desires. Turn to nature. They felt that this would lead to happiness. That instead of, as Confucius said, work hard, do everything right, and you'll be happy, Taoist belief was more of turn away from conflict, live peacefully, and go back to nature. Live harmoniously with nature. The third one is legalism. Han Freizo introduced the ideas of legalism, and this stresses the idea of laws. According to him, humans are evil and we need strict laws and harsh punishments to force people to follow the law. Aristocrats really liked this idea as it emphasized force. Cruel punishments also often happen for small crimes, and we will see this in the Qin Empire, in Qin Dynasty. As you can imagine, people in power loved this. People who were not in power did not like this very much. Alright, that is your basic, very, very basic rundown of the different philosophies. Now in your notes, please make this triple Venn diagram. I need you to have, and I'm not using my regular source here, so I don't know if I can get a pen on here. Can I get a... Oh, my mouse is not working. Okay. I need 3 things about Confucius, 3 things about Daoism, 3 things about legalism. So you can pause and go back. I need 2 things Confucianism and legalism may have in common. 2 things Confucianism and Daoism. 2 things Daoism and legalism. I need 1 thing they all have in common. It can be something as similar as it's a Chinese philosophy. There you have it. It's under 6 minutes, and I will see you guys in class. If I can get there, my please don't sue me line with my sources where I found everything. There's some missing down there.